Oh, she's got a bird. She's got a bird. A hawk. Did Gosetsu send you to stop me? Then you came of your own free will? I should be surprised if you agreed to my chosen course. No one else did. But it is not as fanciful as they would have you believe. Scant moments ago, I received the Crown Prince's itinerary from one of our spies in the castle. It would seem that Zenos has no desire to remain in Derma any longer than necessary wishes to inspect the moon gates at this very eve. His impatience is our advantage. He's arriving without warning and gave Miqo'te no time to prepare. His whole castle is in this state of upheaval. To avoid any delays, declined a full escort and be travelling with no more than a handful of soldiers. The Kami could not have blessed us with a more auspicious circumstance. I will kill him, Naive. I will. Not alone. I know the odds. I know that what he is capable of, and that in open confrontation I will likely die. But if I succeed, then countless lives will be saved. Derma, Al Amigo, everything will change. One life for the world is a price I would pay 1,000 times over. What? What is it? Why are you looking at me like that? Do you mean to join me? Thank you. Thank you. I cannot well express what this means to me. We have much to discuss, but we'll have to do so along the way. Yuzuka Manor is some distance from here. We must hurry. Stay calm. No one knows you are here. No one knows you saw anything. No one knows you overheard two rebels plotting to kill the Crown Prince. Stupid, stupid, stupid. I know how this ends. They only have themselves to blame. You have to tell them. You have to. Pretty rubbish, ninja. Didn't notice a child was watching. He's still there. When you're in danger. Oh, I went the wrong way. I totally meant to go this way. For I'm after this waterweed. I'll go there. swimming. It's an interesting looking creature. If they just made smaller doors, they'd have to... They wouldn't have had to spend so much on magic super lasers. Oh, look at that. They look like Ric Flair. I found a Wispy Boy as well. There goes my Wispy Woo. It's a Buddha head. I'm reminded of when they tried to assassinate Ida. How well that went. It's far enough later to discuss our plan of attack. Oh, we are starting to get like new stuff finally, just not a new coat. Like my dust bunny. Zenos' itinerary is as follows. We'll depart for Derma Castle by ship and approach by the moon gates. Mantis field will deactivate briefly, allowing the vessel to pass. It will then continue on these very docks where he and his entourage will disembark. As you can see, this area is not ideal for ambush, wide open, multiple avenues of escape. The manor is better suited to our needs. Let us split up and search for multiple hiding places. I like the dust bunny moves as if puppeteered. Not here. Survey the scene. Surrounded by walls and deserted, this location appears to be ideal for concealment. Excellent. Ah, there you are. From the roof we could have a clear view of the docks. Settled. We shall lie and wait here until Zenos arrives. As discussed, if all goes to plan, he shall fall by my first blow. If not, the two of us will have to engage him in open combat. Then we're fucked. His escort is of no consequence, which means we'll have 2-on-1 advantage. Nevertheless, it's not to be underestimated. I already fought him 1-on-1 and I lost. Quite handily. All that remains is to wait. I trust you are ready.
He comes.
Here comes the money.
The village is not far, my lord. If it please you, we shall escort you there directly.
Less a province than a graveyard. The rotting husk of a broken nation devoid of proper sport. But as his radiance wishes...
Yes, of course, my lord. And may I say how terribly sorry we are that you had to come so far.
We labored long to sow the seeds of hatred, of fear, to train them as beasts. Now we shall see the harvest. Let there be savage beasts baying for blood, and not hollow-eyed prey cowering in the dark. Or there will be no joy in this hunt.
Michael?
Ambush!
Shinobi? And me without my brute.
How weak you are. Is this the sum of your hate?
This is only the beginning. For Lord Kyan! For Doma!
Ah!
Not sure how I did that with a bow, but good for me.
Mayhap I shall test this new blade of yours. Let us hope it is to my liking, lest your misfortunes compound.
It's like Roanoa Zorro.
Then again, I am loath to expend such effort on the unworthy. Come, earn the honor.
Don't have access to you, man. Oh, fuck. You're doing pretty well. He's gonna get out of the blade.
This day you die. Leave this to me.
All right.
Well done, Beast. You've earned the right to look at the Ame no Habakiri.
Let us put you to the proof.
No, I must fight on. I must.
Run, beast, run.
He's not taking. Oh fuck. I'm missing a lot.
Give me something to remember.
Oh, it's them. I see. I can do this all day.
Run, beast, run. Don't stop now. I see.
Oh dear.
Ah, I remember you. Al Amigo, the champion of the savages.
Look ye where the sun doth rise, see crimson embers darkening skies. Look ye where the sun doth fall, see azure lost amidst the squall.
Oh, how right I was to spare your life.
Broke a bit of your helmet. That's basically a win.
Hear me, hero. Endure. Survive. Live. For the rush of blood. For the time between the seconds. Live. For the sole pleasure left to me in this empty, ephemeral world. Live. You are not worthy.
you Imperial dog!
No, don't. You must flee.
We're not going anywhere, do you hear me? We're not running away! What you're doing is stupid and reckless, and I never wanted any part of it, but here we are!
Any part?
I've spent my whole life hating myself. For every time they made me beg, for every time I held my tongue to protect the people I love. And then you came along and reminded me of all the things I never said and never did, and it was even worse. I would have given anything to forget, to walk away, but I knew I'd never be able to live with the guilt. So we came, all of us, for you, for ourselves, for Doma!
Death is death, regardless of the reason. Yet you seem determined to die, intruding upon this sacred ground, turning weapons you can scarcely wield upon me. Your lives will not even begin to redress the balance.
How wrong you are!
Now! Gusetsu, see to Yugiri.
Hey!
I can't see a damn thing. Someone stop them! My lord?
You're One Punch Man villain. Don't think we were followed. Gods, I've no idea what was going on for that man's head, but I'm heartily glad he decided to leave. Oh, don't thank us, thank Alvino. He's at the House of Fierce, patiently awaiting your gratitude. You should have seen the way he turned pale when he heard about Yugiri's plan and how you, of all people, decided to help her. He was in such a panic, barking orders, calling the squadron to be assembled. As were you. I was rather composed, as I recall, though that is neither here, neither nor thither. Ah. Can you believe it? We faced the Crown Prince himself and lived to tell the tale. No idea what this means for us. Everyone's talking about getting more weapons and armor, and we're not going to give up until we've taken back our homeland. All right, getting a bit ahead of ourselves, aren't we? We've got wounded to tend first. We should get back to the village. Look at that adorable weasel. Okay, we have several things to do now. Their race was once... Oh my word, the dog people. I'm such a fool. The dog people in Final Fantasy V. I keep doing it. I keep going, oh, I really love Final Fantasy V, and I just keep missing fucking... I don't know if they're called Lupins in that. I keep... One of the previous generation of the Warriors of Light is a dog person. The race was once famed for being loyal vassals. It was that line that like got me to remember. Vassals of some Derma's finest warlords. When Derma was crushed by the Empire, some of them managed to escape, choosing to live as bandits. Oh damn, I had a really good run, then I was like, I managed to go over 2 hours. I'm going to keep going though. Something else we have Carl to thank for, I suppose. Boom. Back onto the fringes. It's poised to pounce upon Nerval. We've continued our surveillance of Norval's activities. It's beyond a shadow of doubt that he has ulterior motive. In order to find the term, we looked past time we took our search of the field, but he always finds an excuse to stall whenever I suggest returning, investigating the ruin of that who inevitably claim he hasn't enough information. It's plain he doesn't want us out there. Nay, bastard once says all the outside goodness for himself. Trust me, White, we haven't found where he sneaks off to. Warier than a bird, that one. Meanwhile, the masked bandits continue ambushing Alliance patrols. They always know exactly where and when to strike. It's as though they have insider knowledge of patrol routes. The only explanation is there's a mole in the garrison leaking them intelligence. And who could that mole be, save for Norval? Every move that marks him something. Oh god, we know little unless Norval's plot can only lead to ill. We must need to bring it to light and swiftly before we can do any more harm. To that end, Guidelo and I have been keeping Norval close, allowing him no chance to act. By now he will be positively itching to rendezvous with his accomplices. This is where you come in, Knive. We need you to feed Norval some false information that I'm in the Alliance meeting and guide loads of drunken stupor. Our man will not pass up the chance to sneak out, and he will do so with greater haste than usual. This will afford it, who's watching him now, an opening to shadow him to his destination. Drunken stupor, really? Not so flattering, I know, but you cannot deny it's believable. Now then, I pray go to Norval and plant our misinformation. Once you've done so, come meet us outside the Castrum. We do have new gloves on. Because we're not wearing the ring on outside of the glove anymore. Both of them unavailable. And there I was ready to strike out on the trail for a promising lead. Disappointing it is, the search will have to wait. Now if you excuse me, I have some business to attend to. I was rushed out of the Castrum not long ago. He's headed east towards the ruin called Gear Kiem. Guidelo trails him even as we speak. Come, let's join the chase. I guess they didn't want a third person getting in the way of the bromance. Here we are. Quite a long way to go. There might have been a smarter way to get across. Hello. Oh, I'm sorry, Crocodile. What's this? Oh, it's an antlion again. An outlier, antlion, whatever. Cross this bridge when we come to it. Which is now. We're close. It's another bird. Lasagna. Probably could have just started on the top right now that I think about it. Good old-fashioned tryst. Let us have a peek, shall we? We have it, my lord. Turned up in the retainer's position. At long last, Bard's journal. Not a moment too soon. I just about outstayed my welcome to the garrison, and that adventurers caught us falling upon the patrol. I feared that the game was up. Thankfully, the other two were blind fools. All the time watching me, they didn't see a thing. We only skimmed the term, but if you were right, what about Lord Vainchelon? Was there any doubt? Once we return to Gridania and make this public knowledge, none shall harbour so much as shred of sympathy for Alamigo. That shall pave a way to propagate Lord Vainchelon's will and advance our agenda. At last we've uncovered Norval's purpose. Time is right before our eyes, no less. Commander Hilo spoke of a faction vehemently opposes our aiding Alamigo, and I dare say we found them. But how did Norval come to lead such a crew? And what's this talk of Vainchelon? What, the Gridanian general sung about in 900 songs, led forces against Gilbard in the Autumn War? Only to die of an illness before the fighting was over. I, the very same, having lost his leadership, we would have lost the war entirely had the other nations not come to our aid. Don't know about the rest of you, but it seems our damning little secret pertains to Vainchelon. Norval seeks to use it to stoke the fires of anti-Alamigan sentiment and to some sinister end. This cannot be borne. Cannot let them have the journal. Are you with me? Or Norval of the Branching Path. Okay, so the game knows I'm going to be standing right next to him constantly. Poisoned arrows? Oh, didn't see you. Take out your friends. Yeah, I need to live. Sanson is weak, so I can't really stop fighting him now. I bet he's secretly good. Perhaps you're not such blind fools after all. Very well, take your journal. I take it, read it. Know the vile crime the Alamegans committed against Lord Vane Shalon, against my own blood. See the folly of evading such honourless people. What do you mean your own blood? Let me see here. Did you just say that Vane Shalon was his ancestor? Ah, that's what it sounded like, Vane Shalon. Folk hero loved by all, celebrated in countless songs, and the pain reveres his descendants never would have guessed. In a road, we've got bigger concerns. Let's see what this messy old time's hiding. To Vengelon, I extend an invitation to negotiate peace. The meeting must be secret. I have explained for all my officers to share my view. My opponent accepted, arrived at the appointed hour. Peace, everyone knows there weren't no peace on offer. The hell's this about? Mater continues. Without suspicion, he took his seat. Without suspicion, he drank the poisoned wine. The effect was swift and sure, and within moments, the man lay dead at my feet. Vengelon was murdered by poison. To this day, Lord Vengelon remains an object of worship among the Gridanians. Were they to learn of this, the present grumblings against Alamegan liberation are liable to grow into large-scale protests. There's no denying that some Alamegans did terrible things in the past, but what Norval's trying to do ain't no better. Might be he's after the truth, but nothing or good will come from this. Certainly not any decent songs. Truth, tell me, Guidelo, when we surrendered this journal to our superiors, what do you think they'll do with the knowledge? The seed seers aside, I reckon the brass hats that Adder's Nest would want to cover it up, bury it nice and deep, and pretend it never existed. Aye. Nor would I put it past them to exploit the knowledge to gain leverage in dealings with Alamigo. But whatever they may do is none of our concern, is it? Duty compels us to hand the journal over to headquarters. You're the leader of our merry band, Sanson, and duty compels me to obey your orders. Shy though they often are, you decide whether we hand over the journal or not. Guidelo would entrust this decision to me, but what if you, Naive? You should decide. Yes, that would only be proper. Leader, mine is the burden of decision. At any rate, this ain't the place for moral dilemmas. Let's get ourselves back to the castrum before Norval and his mates decide they want to have another go. Guidelo disappeared somewhere in the castrum, giving me room to ponder matters. Shouldn't doubt. I have since read through Bard's journal, and I'm afraid there is no two ways about it. He summoned Vengelon under pretense of peace and slew him with poison. However, one mystery remains. It appears one of Vengelon's sons was present at the fateful meeting. Landranel was his name. He now escaped with his life. Instead of crime bloody murder, he announced that his sire died of illness. He is a man who witnessed his own flesh and blood slain, and in a most unhanded manner, yet he concealed the truth. Why did he do this? I do not understand. But it avails us not to agonize over the motives of those who lived in the past. Our quandary concerns the future. For the future of both nations, the truth is best kept buried. No good can come of digging it up. It is crystal clear what must be done. And yet, though my mind sees logic, my heart rebels against the idea. Forgive me, Naive. Seems I require more time to think on it. At least 3 more levels worth thinking. And they're like not even a piece of armor or something like that. How are you feeling after fighting that demon? I can only imagine. I suppose I ought to apologise to you for, you know. Anyway, thank you for not giving up on us. The Shinobi 2.
How are you feeling, my lady?
Much the better for my comrades' ministrations and your most generous hospitality. You need not worry.
Good. If there is anything else we can do for the two of you, anything at all, just ask.
Happy Bunny?
Stare any harder and you're like to burn a hole in them. Go and say your piece, for goodness sake.
I've got nothing more to say to them. I'm going to find out how the others are getting on.
Gosetsu, Mistress Alize, I owe you an apology. I acted with reckless disregard for my own safety, and endangered I know not how many others in so doing. Scorning your wise counsel, I knowingly defied our master's wishes, and left you no choice but to follow suit.
Nonsense. I followed our master's wishes to the letter. Consider once more his words, and the intent therein. In offering his head, he but sought to shield his people from harm, loyal retainers included. You must value your life more highly, Shadow Walker.
On the other hand, your recklessness did serve as an inspiration to many. Mayhap you should not be so hard on yourself. In any event, if you must apologize profusely, it seems only right that you expend as much effort thanking the one person who supported your plan from the first.
That it does. There are no words which will suffice. But thank you.
And there they are!
12 be praised. When I learned of your rather questionable plot to assassinate Zenos, I feared we would need to recruit a new primal slayer.
I'm sorry we couldn't be there. Alize made me swear to stay behind no matter what. I think she was worried I'd hurl myself at Zenos the moment I set eyes on him.
What? You'll forgive me for changing the subject, but now would seem a good time to discuss where we go from here. Though the Empire has yet to retaliate, the fact remains that we have revealed our presence and signaled our intentions in so doing. It is only a matter of time before the Imperials move against us. Given that we lack the strength to oppose them, 'tis plain some manner of brilliant stratagem is required. Therefore, I yield the floor to the preeminent tactician of our time, with whom I was privileged to share a room.
It's a weird way of putting it.
If you insist. While in Kagane, we debated a number of approaches and were eventually forced to concede that we cannot look to the Alliance for aid. Even were it possible to ferry sufficient forces and materiel from Eorzea in a timely manner, such a massive undertaking would not long escape the attention of the Empire. It would be a miracle if our ships reached the shore. Fortunately, According to Tataru and Hancock's intelligence, the Empire has withdrawn most of its forces from Doma in the past year, leaving her relatively unguarded. That being the case, a popular uprising spearheaded by the full might of the Doman Liberation Front may feasibly be sufficient to threaten the seat of provincial government, namely Doma Castle. 'Twould be rather easier said than done, of course, but I have seen worse plans prevail.
Then we must needs meet with Lord Hien and convince him to return, for there is no surer way to inspire our people to rise up as one. He desired proof of his subjects' conviction, and they have provided it, through no lesser deed than openly opposing Zenos himself.
So I keep kicking the table. Bonk.
It will work. It has to work. And next time, we will defeat him.
Is that magically strong or something? So I'm testing out the noises I can make. We're travelling to the Azim Steppe. I have found Lord Hien once before. I'm confident I can do so again. Moreover, it was me whom he put the question of Doma's resolve. I feel it was my duty to deliver him our people's reply. Our countrymen's deeds speak for themselves. Lord Hien cannot deny the truth of their hearts. Too long as it has been since the look on his face, I would have great comfort to see him again. No small comfort if you were to join us in search, I should add. I wonder what kind of man Hien is. From what I've heard, he's about the same age as me, and then there's sort of Dola, who isn't a whole lot younger than us both. Like her, he was born and raised Imperial Province. He's ever known. This is all he's ever known, but unlike her, he chose to do something about it. I want to meet him. I want to know why. Maybe I understand that. It will help me to understand a lot of other things. Why do you have to stand all the way over there? Fourth person. Elise? Alice? Our beloved king returning to urge his... The beloved king returning to urge his countrymen to rise up in rebellion. Not a story you'd hear in Charlian or Aldar, is it? Not in those words, perhaps, but no land's people is so cynical to be wholly immune to inspiration. Singular individuals with the power to move hearts and minds no matter where they go. That lets you speak from personal experience. As much as Lord Hien intrigues me, there are vital tasks to be attended here. Preparations for the inevitable assault on Doma Castle, for one. There is also the matter of coordinating our efforts with the Confederacy, comrades in Kogane, dealing with the troublesome Aetherite. I could go on, but you understand. So it goes. We all have our responsibilities. We shall depart for Azim Steppe at once. You'll be joining us now. For our part, we shall do what we can to aid the Doman Liberation Front in your absence. We will refrain from conducting any large-scale operations in your absence, and will instead devote our energies to bolstering our ranks and training on new recruits. When you return, we'll be ready for war. If anything happens, you'll need us to come back sooner. You better contact us. Noble sacrifices are our last resort, remember? Just staring off into the middle distance there. Follow me, my friends. We have many miles to travel before we reach reunion. Reunion. Wait, don't leave yet. Yeah, take us for the road. It's simple fare, but it's the least we can do for you. After all you did for us. Maybe stupid and naive of me to say this, but I will. When you come back, we'll finish what we started. We'll beat the Imperials and we will win our freedom. So don't keep us waiting too long. We'll do an animation. Oh, he gave us the sushi. Let's see. That was nice of him. There's a storm coming. Ooh, hello, Craig. Meanwhile, in Derma Castle, you can see shit's going down. Here's our villain.
I would expect no less of Bahamut's conqueror.
Oh, hang on.
Prepare the airship. His Radiance will not object. We have fulfilled our obligations here. I would see this prize for myself.
This Pete from Kingdom Hearts, Pete the cat.
Do you understand why I appointed you to act in my stead? You, whose only accomplishment was to whisper the right words in the right ear. Because of your petty hatreds, they render you the perfect instrument to bleed your kinsman of hope, to make an example of Doma.
Well, I'm playing this online.
As was ordered. Listen well. If you yield Doma to the rebels, you will not be given another chance to beg forgiveness. Do your duty now, or die with the rest of them.
Are you all right, my lady? That was uncalled.
Oh, I see.
Oh.
This guy's the worst person in this game.
They say your Eorzean is helping the rebels. I want her dead. I want her friends dead. I want the heads of everyone she knows and loves mounted on the castle walls.
You mean I can finally go after her?
We've defeated you like 3 times.
I've been waiting for this chance. I promise you, my lady, she won't escape this time. Not this time, oh no.
Yeah, I know he turned him down. They'll have to do something special. Something that isn't just finding a new person.
This is the place. When his shade was banished, you swore to leave this life behind. And yet here you are.
Who the fuck is this?
Yet, if this
Ah, it's Estenine!
What choice do you have but to end it? Or so the boy would say. Damn you, Alphino.
Yeah. He'll have to try and build it slowly back up. He can't do like a massive big thing. He'll just have to run the show well for a while. Where are we now? We in a new place. Yeah, that is a worry. Oh, we're just in a different part of the map. Oh, we're literally... no, we're not even a different part of the map. We're the same part of the map. I'm just blind. There's loads of side quests here. There might be a dungeon. Ooh, another... Is that another fishman? Yeah, I would say actually give the reins to collision to someone. Not one of the elite, but to someone. Doesn't matter who. Like, somebody with ambition, somebody who wants to write, and actually give it autonomy onto itself. Like, do the SmackDown versus Raw thing, but actually make them separate. I might play it one day. It's been a while since I played any investment games. I know the Lupin. They're from Final Fantasy V. The dog folk. They'd have to have autonomy of writing, but you can't have it be completely insular either. That's a weird company that can't... Like, as well as the CM Punk run Collision made, it didn't make any sense it being... Like, there was always going to be Collision. But, I don't know, give somebody random a chance. Somebody must have ideas. The boy, get Al Snow. The boy, I would have you help is named Kuwabata. No, I don't need to read any of this. Don't get Al Snow. Oh, we're not quite done with these side quests yet. There's still something that might be done with him just yet. No, I don't. I don't think it was a vast conspiracy to just get Punk fired. I think they might be annoying him on purpose, but I think it's subtly different. And also, I think if CM Punk was so easy to be if it was so easy to essentially trick CM Punk into getting fired, he doesn't deserve a job in the first place. For he would have no survival instincts, but the thing about Tony Khan is he was also a massive fan of CM Punk, but It is very weird, though. Yeah, I saw that. Like, I know. It's the problem with, like, any rumours. Like, literally no rumours are reliable. Makes it very difficult to speculate. Oh, one's all the way down there. Ugh. Wrestling's a weird business. I would definitely need to know what exactly he did. Because if he did an aggressive gesture towards him, it doesn't actually matter if his life was threatened. That's grounds for firing in any job. But and the absolutely worst thing about that industry is that it has this weird insular sort of jockiness to it that's not healthy. He might have just gotten angry and just punched something in the general direction, but I don't know. I know that Punk is provably being irrational, acting irrational, because I've seen him be unhinged. But yeah. Yeah, I bet. Yeah, if you're entirely in wrestling with your entire life, fighting probably happens quite often, and it's probably considered no big deal. But also, wrestling's a really weird business where occasionally people are like just murdered. But not in America, but like Bruiser Brody and stuff like that. It is! It's one of the tiny fish people. He's got a fork. Why do you have bells on? Who needs to be warned of your presence? It's the Fishman Castle. Yes. I am curious as to how it all pans out. Okay. Don't know how to get to that part of the castle. Okay. These guys can talk. It's just the turtles that can't waggle their mouths. I need to wait a moment. Abide by passion. Okay. Too many to count. Tis truly a trophy fit for a dragon. See, I haven't seen any of this. They should let Christian run the company. Let Christian run Collision. Make him in character run Collision. Then, because they're not getting rid of Jack Perry, you have Jack Perry work with Christian and be like, you know what? He's my new dad. He's better than my dad. Lean into it. Actually give Christian Collision, but on screen also make him the leader of Collision somehow. Oh, yeah, no. So Christian, as you will well known, was debuted as the new Brood, right? So he's part vampire in the same way that Edge is part vampire. So he should have a stable called the Lost Boys, because the Lost Boys are all vampires, but also the Lost Boys are from Peter Pan. All the pirates and all the Lost Boys are orphans. They have no parents. So Christian would be the dad, the father to all the Lost Boys. This is why I don't write wrestling storylines. He does not have to dress up like the guy from 24. Oh yeah, I can't swim in my chocolate. Why can't I swim in my bird? It's a bird. Birds fucking love to swim. You ever seen a duck? They're well into swimming. Why am I walking away from the quest? Fuck. I'm trying to figure out how Impact is still going. And NWA, whatever that's called. NWA Power. Look, it's Ric Flair. I mean, I guess it takes all sorts. I mean, because there's people that go live to those shows. And I guess they don't travel NWA. Or I don't know if Impact travels. Yeah, it's not a good idea to jump into the river. WWE's got that weird, it's got its own weird arc though, with, you know, Vince clawing his way back into power. And William Regal like abandoning AEW, like literally the first, as soon as he realizes his friend's back in power. You should fish somewhere more shallow. I hear Ace Steel's still got a job. Oh, I've been given the magical power to breathe, although that doesn't, you know, there's still pressure to deal with. Tomorrow, well, technically Saturday's my last day, but it'll be like 9 in the morning when it ends. I guess that's all included in the magical power. These same people accidentally summoned their god earlier. How many of these are there? Oh, yeah. I was going to say 3-minute warning, but one of those people is dead. Hello, Buddha heads. Terrifying Buddha heads. Oh, I didn't realise both were dead. I'm surprised there aren't more mercenaries in wrestling. I thought that's what the bunny team was supposed to be. I forgot what they're called. The Butcher, the Blade, and the Bunny. But then they just never did anything. Save me, bitch. So, of course, presumably there's an alternate timeline where CM Punk met Tony Khan first, and all elite wrestling would have been all Punk wrestling. And then you have to extrapolate from there. See how they sparkle. We found something he's good at. Oh dear. Bubbles tingled, twinged. You took my life. Why didn't you ask him about the other stuff? Christ, it still continues. Oh no, he's depressed. Didn't think I'd be spending all day fucking about with tiny fishmen. I need to do these quests because some of them are connected to the wind. I'm low on time, like, so maybe I should just not be doing all these side quests. Like, I can do them at some point. I mean, I'm here now, so I'll do this one. I have no idea what's going on over there. Thought there might be a player, but I can't see one. No, I think that's just pointing to the serpents. I tell you what, I'm gonna hand that in later. I'm gonna continue normal quests for the time being. I'm sure I would have been close to the end of them, but no TV, we're not turning off. I'm not actually going to do this now. I just wanted to pick it up so I had the quest held. What's this? Materia. If all are ready, let us depart for reunion in Azim Steppe. Our route will be somewhat circuitous, and we will return to the Ruby Sea and head north along the coast, past Asari. I can't tell where we're going. I see. We're going that way. No, John. We'll come back for those quests. Cat. No, that's where I want to go. Managed 4 hours at the very least. Okay. From here we will turn north until we arrive at the cave, through which we must pass in order to reach Azim Steppe. Lys and Gosetsu have already gone on ahead. Should carry on as well. Ah, I see. We go very north. Well, that's very south. Guess I can follow the coast? So I went the other way, Lys. She's got to do a talk. Uthard. It's big sheep.
I
Cow.
remember the emptiness. Vast
Pokemon.
and endless. The Azim Steppe, home to countless roaming tribes.
Where's that hand?
A sacred land, watched over by elder gods. Here, we would find Doma's salvation.
Or spoiler.
With the wind at our backs, we walked on. In search of hope. In search of him.
Oh yeah, you're looking for the Prince of Doma, or the King of Doma even. Here's the big ball. I can see the hand. Oh, that is the ball. What's the phrase I'm thinking of? I do enjoy how ride or die Matt Hardy's wife is with Matt Hardy. Like, it doesn't matter what Matt Hardy does. It's just she's going all in, whether it's appropriate or not. Earthard is vast and filled with very many peoples. I know next to nothing about Zella and their ways, but we shall learn together, shall we not? It's the lizard folk, aren't they? I give you the Azim Steppe, now though I should say that this is but one small portion of it. Despite the close proximity, Domans rarely venture this far north. Most find these lands and their people strange and foreign. Fortunately, those who frequent reunion are more welcoming than most. Come, it is not much further. These are for some very fluffy cows. Oh, some wispy were. Better go grab that. Welcome to Reunion, my friend. Get Matt Hardy to run it. His ideas probably won't be great, but they'll be different. He shouldn't be wrestling either. Here's where we begin our search for Lord Hien. Gunblade. I definitely want that. When last I spoke with Lord Hien, he spent much time in these markets. I'd hoped we might find him here today, but alas. Hey, Yugiri, I've been meaning to ask what these awful lot of Zella here, aren't there? I'm not sure. What? Seemed you knew the Azim Steppe is home to the nomadic tribes of the Zella since antiquity. More than 50 roam these lands, and though they do not constitute a nation, there is a hierarchy of sorts determined through ritual combat. Funny, if they're so busy fighting each other, you'd think the Empire would be able to march in and take a step of ease. I wonder why they haven't. Why indeed, Lys, why indeed? Perhaps they see little value in it, especially given the fierce reputation for the Zella warriors who fight tooth and nail to oppose them. These lands were not made for men. The soil is thin and the weather unforgiving. The Shiela, always found its way to survive, it's true, but they're made of stone or stuff than the most Imperial's conscript or citizen. Thanks for taking the time to explain. It sounds like I've got a lot to mean, I'm meant to be looking for Hien. Very diplomatic answer. People from many tribes gather in Reunion to trade goods, information. I should be surprised if we cannot learn something of value here. Let us make our inquiries separately, Naive. Why don't you speak with some of the merchants here? I think I might take a break, and then I might try for an hour and a half, like in half an hour. Or I could do half an hour. Take half an hour break and then do an hour and a half. Then it would cut better. You shouldn't really be concerned with the cuts, John. Look at the sheepsies! You are strange looking sheepsies. Why do you have the faces of non-sheepsies? I don't know what to make of you. I sense there's going to be lots of reading. And right now, I'm not sure if I can be bothered to do lots of reading. I know that's this entire game though. I've been doing this for a solid 4 hours. But I could just keep going. I could keep going. Oh, I know. I'm gonna take a break. I might be on in half an hour. I might not. We'll see. I'm happy with this though. I've been the John Struct. I've been having a Stormblood adventure. Final Fantasy 14 Stormblood adventure. Thank you very much for watching. See you next time.